In the beginning of our relationship, it was beautiful. He brought flowers, chocolates, and birthday gifts. He was a perfect gentleman. We went out on dates, to the beach, restaurants, and the park. A lot of the spaces he took me, I have never been before. Every moment we spent together felt like a dream. We would talk on the phone every moment I was free. From the time I opened my eyes in the morning until I got to work, during my break, and as soon as I finished work until I fell asleep. He took a personal interest in my day-to-day activities and was very supportive. We were head over heels for each other. He introduced me to all his close friends and family as his girlfriend and soon-to-be wife.
Perfection. We would spend countless hours on the phone, so much so that it never felt like we were apart. I was showered with thoughtful gifts, things that made my whole heart smile. I was made to feel like the single most important person in her life.
Red flags? I did not know that's what it was called at the time. For me, it was knowing that he wanted me all by himself and he cared about how I presented myself. When we go out on dates, he will mention the way I dressed. Sweetheart, don't you find the dress is too short? I like to see you when you wear pants with tops that cover your bottom. It looks nice. You know, I alone want to see your beautiful legs. I always want to be with you every waking moment. If it was not my dress code, it was concern over the amount of time I spent with friends, even co-workers. He was very apprehensive of me making new friends or spending time alone without him. He would always get aggravated if he called my phone or texted and I did not respond quickly. It did not matter what I was doing. It was always a heightened sense of worry over me, which I found was overwhelming at times.
In retrospect, there were red flags. However, at the time, I thought this was love. She would call repeatedly until I answered, regardless of whether I was at work or not. Missing her call was not an option.
After we moved in together, he started going through my phone, smelling my underwear. Then one day, he slapped me across my face because, according to him, I came home late. But he asked me to forgive him. He was just a little bit jealous, so I forgave him. After a couple of months living together, I got pregnant. One day he came home and I was on the phone with my mother, who he thought was a friend. He grabbed the phone, pelted across the room, and started accusing me of cheating on him. He got really angry and started slapping and kicking me. I lost the baby.
When I completely lost who I was, I began drifting away from everyone I loved and gave all my attention to her. I changed the way I spoke and dressed to appease her. I could not enjoy the simple things I loved, like reading, because that was the time away from her, and she did not like that.
I had to hide my bruises from my friends and family. I went to work and back home. I was not allowed to go to church or hang out with my friends. I got very depressed after the miscarriage, and I found it very hard to open up to people who were once very close to me. I had done such a good job hiding or covering up the red flags that folks more or less kept away. At least that's how it felt in my mind. I was too tired to take care of myself. Between him and losing the baby, I really no longer had a life for myself. I used to wake up happy to be alive. Waking up became agony.
I lost touch with my family and friends. I was alone. I lost ambition since there was no time to dedicate to anything other than the relationship.
I didn't. After my miscarriage, my sister demanded that I get out of the situation. She gave me a number and the name of the counselor in Legal Aid and Counseling Clinic. I met with the counselor and joined their group called Changes.
I sought help from the LGBT family and the GrenCHAP.
After 12 weeks of group and one-on-one counseling, I gained the strength to leave the relationship and started focusing on me. In Changes, I met other women who were in similar situations like myself. I've learned to love myself. And that was one of the most important things that came out of that program. What I thought was weakness, I came to realize was resilience. Connecting with other women who had similar experiences was life-altering. My experiences were not unique. I was not alone or to blame.
Accepting it for what it was, forgiving myself and also forgiving her. Hurt people, and I had to understand that this was more than me. It was not my fault. She was broken and wanted to break me. I spoke up and out about my experience, and that aided in my healing. I helped others, and in doing so, I helped myself.
Trust the Lord. Have faith in Him that He will bring you through it all. But you will need a plan and a trusted circle. You need people. Forgive yourself. Forgive Him. You will have to learn to love yourself all over again. But my friend, it will be worth the journey. Don't give up. You are strong, you are enough, and you can do it.
It is not the end. There is life after this. Find love in yourself again. Take the time to rebuild a better version of you. Do not be consumed with anger and sadness. Forgive yourself. Know that no matter what you experience, you are deserving of everything wonderful that life has to offer. You are a force to be reckoned with because you are still here standing. You were bent, but you did not break. Therefore, you can take back your power.
The Legal Aid and Counseling Clinic, I've learned about abuse, triggers, and myself from their program. I've gained friends and support from this program.
This video is brought to you by GrenCHAP and made possible through the Spotlight Initiative.